In the frozen silence of Finland's winter, a quiet farmer walked beside his loyal dog, unaware the world would one day call him the White Death. His name was Simo Heiha. With only a rifle and snow as his ally, he became legend not for glory but for duty. Before we begin this journey into courage and resilience, take a moment to support our channel. Subscribe, like, and share this story so more people can learn about remarkable figures like Simo Heiha. Together, we keep history alive, one story, one lesson, one heartbeat at a time. History often celebrates kings, generals, and politicians, but sometimes the most extraordinary stories come from the quietest lives. Simo Heiha was no soldier of fortune, no man craving medals or fame. He was a farmer, born in the countryside of Finland in 1905, living a modest life with simple dreams. He tended his land, cared for his animals, and enjoyed the silence of the forest. Hunting was not just survival but a way of life. With patience, calm, and sharp eyes, he grew skilled with a rifle, not for battle, but for feeding his family and respecting the balance of nature. Little did he know, these humble skills would one day make him one of the most feared snipers in human history. In November 1939, the Soviet Union launched a massive invasion of Finland. It was the beginning of what is known as the Winter War. The Soviets expected a swift victory. After all, they were a vast military superpower. With tanks, planes, and hundreds of thousands of men, Finland, by comparison, was small, with limited weapons and resources. But Finland had something else: resilience, grit, and knowledge of its own land. The winter was not an enemy to the Finns. It was an ally. They knew how to move, survive, and fight in temperatures that dipped to 40 degrees Celsius. And among these defenders stood a quiet farmer named Simo Heiha. Unlike many soldiers, Simo did not carry a sniper scope. He used an iron-sighted rifle, a basic weapon without magnification. Why? Two reasons. First, scopes could reflect sunlight, revealing a sniper's position. Second, scopes forced the shooter's head to sit higher, making him an easier target. With his iron sights, Simo kept a low profile. He blended into the snow, dressed in pure white camouflage. He would crawl through forests for hours, patiently waiting. He chewed snow to cool his breath, preventing clouds of steam from giving him away in the frigid air. He became one with the landscape. Silent, invisible, deadly. Day after day, Simo struck. A Soviet soldier here, another there. Entire units found themselves stalked by an unseen hunter. Soldiers whispered of him, calling him Belaya Smrt, the White Death. To them, it was as if winter itself had come alive, armed with a rifle and vengeance. In less than 100 days, Simo Heiha recorded more than 500 confirmed kills. Some estimates suggest his true number may have been even higher. He was not a man chasing records. He did not keep score with pride. He simply did what his duty required: protect his homeland. The Soviets grew desperate. They tried artillery bombardments, sending barrages of shells into the forests where they thought he might be. They sent counter-snipers to hunt him. They even launched full patrols just to eliminate one man. But Simo endured. He moved silently, trusted his instincts, and never rushed. The hunter always stayed one step ahead. It is easy to imagine Simo as a figure of cold steel. But behind the rifle was a human being. He was small in stature, just over 5 feet tall. He did not look like a fearsome warrior. Friends described him as quiet, humble, and gentle. He was not motivated by hatred or glory. He was motivated by love for his country and a sense of duty. He never boasted. He never demanded recognition. He fought because he had to. This is perhaps why his story resonates so deeply. Simo reminds us that heroism is not about size, bravado, or loud speeches. It is about quiet resolve, the willingness to stand firm when everything seems against you. In March 1940, Simo's war nearly ended. A Soviet sniper spotted him and fired an explosive bullet that struck his jaw. The damage was catastrophic. His face was shattered and he fell unconscious, presumed dead. But fate had other plans. He was found by comrades and taken for treatment. For weeks he lay in a coma. When he finally awoke, the war had ended. Finland had survived the Winter War, though at great cost. Simo's wounds left permanent scars, but he lived. He had stared death in the face and returned. Unlike many who are thrust into legend, Simo did not seek fame. After recovering, he returned to his farm. He lived quietly, tending his land, raising his animals and enjoying the peace of rural life. He occasionally hunted moose, enjoying the forests that had once been his battlefield. He was given honors by Finland, respected as a national hero. But he never allowed pride to consume him. When asked about his incredible record, more than 500 confirmed kills in less than 4 months, his answer was simple. I did what I was told as well as I could. No drama, no grand speeches. Just humility. Simo Häyhä's story is not just about numbers. It is about what humans can endure when pushed to the edge. He faced overwhelming odds. He fought against an army far larger than his own. He suffered grievous wounds, yet he remained unbroken. For Finland, he became a symbol of survival. For the world, he became a reminder of what determination and patience can achieve. The Soviet Union, despite its might, could not crush Finland in the winter. War, and at the heart of that resistance was not only strategy and bravery, but also individuals like Simo, ordinary people who became extraordinary when duty called. We must also understand the environment that shaped Simo's legend. Finland's winter was brutal. Snowdrifts towered, forests grew silent, and temperatures could freeze exposed skin in minutes. But Simo used this environment as his shield. He dug small pits into the snow, creating natural hides. He packed snow in front of his rifle barrel to prevent a puff of snow from revealing his shot. He crawled slowly, sometimes for hours, just to shift a few meters. Nature was not his enemy. It was his partner. And together, man and winter created a force that terrified the Soviet invaders. Simo lived for decades after the war. He enjoyed a long life, passing away in 2002 at the age of 96. Despite his scars, despite the weight of what he had endured, he carried himself with dignity and peace. He never married. He lived quietly, enjoying his dogs, his land, and the calm of nature. He remained a national figure in Finland, respected but never loud about his past. When journalists and historians asked him about his legacy, he never sought to embellish. His words were always plain, always humble. He was a man who let his actions speak louder than any speech. What can we learn from Simo Häyhä today? His story is not about violence. It is about resilience. It is about the human spirit under pressure. Patience and focus matter. In a world rushing faster every day, Simo's patience reminds us that success often comes from calm persistence. Humility shines brighter than pride. Despite his record, he lived quietly, teaching us that greatness does not need applause. Duty and love can guide us. He fought not for himself but for his homeland and his people. Resilience is human. Even after devastating injury, he chose to live, to heal, and to continue life with dignity. Simo's life is a testament to the quiet power within us all. As we reflect on the White Death, let us remember not only the soldier but the man, the farmer, the hunter, the quiet Finn who became legend not by seeking war but by enduring it. He shows us that even in the darkest winters, resilience can shine like light. His story is not just history. It is a reminder that silence can be powerful, that duty can be noble, and that even the humblest among us can carry the strength to shape history. And perhaps in our own lives, when we face challenges, we might remember Simo Häyhä, a man who did what he was told as well as he could.